Hey, it's Fear. I just want to let you know the episode of FEARCast you're about to listen to is from season 1, so it's old and the material might not be relevant. The conversation's still good, but the band may or may not be still together. The person making movies might not be doing it anymore. But just in case, I wanted to put it out there so you guys can check it out. And also Google the bands, see if anybody's still around. And if you hear music you like, there you go. Also, check out any of the movies mentioned, because movies are always still around. Well, I guess, unless they pull them away. Anyway, it's an older episode, but a good episode, so I wanted to put it out. Stay tuned, nftfyb.com for everything new. And I hope you come back and enjoy season 2. We're getting some new guests and getting this thing going. So check out the other podcasts, Talk Life Pod, A and Way, and of course, FEARcast. So run along, kiddies. And welcome to FEARCast, everybody. I'm your host, Fear Innes. How the fuck are you? Fuck a case of the Mondays. You got a case of FEARCast, baby. Get it in ya. Tonight I got a really sexy fucking co-host. Got my boy Ray from the Naked Porch, comes straight out of New York.
Word, you got me and shit. I'm from New York. I'm a thug. I'm a goddamn rebel. Better recognize.
Yeah.
That's how I do. I mean, I don't know. I felt like you said New York. I felt like I had to be rough or something. I'm not really sure what that was supposed to do.
I figured there was two ways you were going to go with that. Either that or super flamboyant. So whichever would have worked.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty much both of those. So.
All right, cool. And we're having the pleasure of sitting down with two of the fine folks at a Thurkills Vision. We've got Yami and Dave. How you boys doing?
What up, my dude?
Fucking excellent, my man.
Very, very good.
Awesome, man. So yeah, this is I think this is a little bit in the waiting. We had some stuff go back and forth, so it's good to finally be able to sit down and do this.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, dude.
I listened through your latest EP, The Light, today.
Awesome.
Fucking dug it, man.
Thanks.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
I've actually been listening to The Light for about a month and a half now. I fucking love it. I can't get enough of it. I've been listening to it pretty much every day. So I think it's badass. I'm totally into it.
Hell yeah.
Nice, dude. That's fucking awesome.
It's fucking good to hear, man.
Yeah, actually, when you had spoken with Jay or whoever spoke with Jay, that's our booker / all around behind the scenes podcast guy. He's awesome. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Hey, you want to do this episode with like Thurkills Vision?" And I was like, "What? Totally. Who are they?" I was like, "I didn't know who it was." And he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm like in the middle of nowhere. I got shit reception, so just like Google them." I was like, "Totally, man. I'll do that." And that's exactly how he talks, by the way. You should hear him. It's amazing.
That's fucking
Everything with him is like, totally. All right, dude.
You gotta do it, man. Fuck yeah.
So I did, I searched it. I searched it on the YouTubes, and then I was like, what? This shit is dope.
Nice.
So I've been listening to it pretty much every day. So
Thank you. And so you guys definitely dig it, obviously, yeah, right? You guys think it's cool? Yeah.
Well, I dig it. Fear said it's dog shit, but I said it was great. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
It's
White
okay,
dog shit.
All right.
Look, if I'm going to pick something to masturbate to, then yeah, that's it. That's the stuff.
Now, we're huge fans of like metal of all genres. I don't usually get into a lot of the newer bands. Most of the stuff I came up with is like Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Megadeth, Overkill, all that shit, right? So the newer stuff that I hear, like your guys' sound is more, I would put that more in the newer stuff. Yeah. I love it. And it's very rare that I like a new band. So like for me, I'm like, they're all right, but I dig it. So it's good shit.
We're pretty much the same way. Like
we feel the same way as well. We still listen to all the old shit, dude. We fucking appreciate that. Like we're definitely stuck back in the day shit. Like I still watch YouTube's videos of old ass concerts.
Dude, us too. Well, me too. Yeah. I watch tons of live shit. I mean,
we're pretty much stuck in like people like when we have conversations with like guys and friends that are like not in the band. Like we talk about, you guys are fucking stuck in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, all this 80s shit. Like
80s,
dude,
90s, though. You guys love it. Like, fuck yeah, dude. That
we
shit
were
was sick,
inspired,
dude.
and we still are inspired by like the bands like you were naming off. Obviously the Panteras, Metallica.
Yeah, Pantera.
All these.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Bands. I feel like, a lot of it has to do too with like the landscape of the the genres and metal or rock or the stuff that we like and we're talking about. It definitely has changed, and I'm not saying like a lot of the newer bands suck or whatever. That's opinions or whatever, but we still are inspired like 90% with like the older stuff. Yeah. Like it's just how it is.
I don't know. Something about the old shit was just very exciting. Like it was so nasty. Like,
it had more
concerts back in the day were nasty. Like when I was like 14 and I went to my first concert, that shit was madness. My first concert was Metallica.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, who'd you go see the first time?
Yeah, it was Metallica, Korn, and System of a Down. And dude, I was only 14. I was drinking beers in the parking lot, dude. I'm like, this is fucking nuts. And I walked in, I'm like, holy fucking shit. I want a drum set. I'm starting a band. This is fucking nasty. So old school shit, just every time I watch old school videos and all that, it just makes me reminisce on how fucking nasty like back in the day was. And I appreciate it.
There's a sense to me, there's like a sense of realness and more soul, I guess, with the stuff that we're talking about. Yeah, more raw.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like I find the older stuff raw is a good way to describe it. It was like I feel like a lot of bands now are so fucking artsy. Like even when you watch their videos, they all look melancholy and shit. And then you go on and you put on some fucking like Domination or something. You're just like, oh yeah, this is fucking. It just made you want to tear shit up. And now they're like, hell yeah, we're metal, but we're people. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you're people.
We're metal.
Like just melt my fucking face. I don't want to fucking give you a hug after.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. And it's I definitely agree with that. And like one of the things that like we pretty much like dealt with a lot, like in the beginning when we were, we first came out and started like playing shows and like, recording songs here and there. We always had like I don't know, I guess we had our own style. We just kind of we were inspired by all these different bands. So we take a little bit from all our what inspires us. We kind of created our own sound just kind of naturally and did our things. And obviously you might hear some, things that might remind you of certain bands or whatever. But it was never for us. Like we play shows with bands that be like, yeah, dude, we wrote a song like such and such and check it out. And it's like automatically, as soon as I heard that, I was like, I'm already checking out. Like I'm all about what you're bringing to the table. Like I've already heard like awesome masterpieces. Like let's add something to the genre. Let's add something to the music, to our scene, to our the whole lifestyle, everything about it. You know what I mean? To me, it's like why do this if your soul and like your the true, like you said, like the rawness is not there. Let's not be so fucking fabricated. And like, which is a lot of what you see nowadays too. Like you said, like, I feel like that's the problem. There's a lot of like the bands really nowadays. It's kind of like everybody's trying to be like edgy, but be like this sensitive, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to fucking describe it, but
no, but you're doing a pretty good job. Cause I mean, like it felt like the late 80s, early 90s. It was just kind of a fuck you. Like, let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, even like rap dude was fucking killing, dude. Like they didn't give a fuck with rap. Like everything sounded so nasty back in the day.
Yeah, everything was way dirtier.
Yeah, absolutely. Tupac, they didn't give a fuck. I feel like society got listen to their songs, you're like, what the fuck?
Society got a little too fucking sensitive, man. People get their feelings hurt too easily. And
well, I think that was the switch, right? Like, so like bands like Korn and nu metal and stuff came out like 94-ish, somewhere in there. And so they kind of gave birth to this whole like metal sensitivity sort of stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love bands like Korn and Slipknot and all that shit. But it's like, then I think it got too much.
Yeah. See, so like going back to your point, like you said, like we love those bands too. Like fucking, we've met a lot of those bands.
Yeah, we played with them.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
opened up
cool
for a lot
dudes.
And there's some of our biggest inspirations in like certain aspects of things. My vocals or different things that we were inspired by, styles and stuff. So we definitely look up to those bands too. But like you said, I think once that whole like movement went and like we went on to like the new millenniums and whatever, years went on. Like you said, I think it got too much of that. And like a lot of like the real rawness, I think was like, I don't know, stripped away a little bit. I'm not really sure if that's really more of like the industry kind of fucking wanting it that way, or just people just their balls got smaller and just stopped really giving a fuck, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's all them participation trophies.
Yeah, exactly. You came in second.
Yeah, fuck face.
You're the first fucking loser. Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck out of my face.
And there's still a trophy for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just, things were that's how we kind of like always viewed our music too. Obviously, we're not saying we're reinventing the freaking wheel over here, but we just want to, make music that feels good to us. That's still has a certain sense of like that real, like raw emotion. Not that there's anything wrong with like, showing a little bit of like, you gotta show some fucking pain, man. Like this is art. For me, it's like, it's music, it's fucking metal, it's fucking rock and roll, but it's also an art form. And it's not an edgy thing. I'm trying to like say it's more of a, that's how I see like our music. It's an art form. We're every time we go out there, we're fucking putting on a show and people really like feel it. I mean, I can't be on stage fucking saying anything that I'm saying or like us playing our songs. And if we don't believe in it, then our audience is not going to believe it. You know what I mean? It's just, people see right through you when you're kind of faking it. We've seen it.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know I've seen plenty of bands growing up, you know, I've probably seen over 1,000 concerts in my life, but you can tell from the like note number one, like, yeah, these dudes they're not in it. They're playing the music and they play well together, but they're just not, you know, they're not a band. They're not unified. They're not sending a message. It comes across that way. And then at the end of the show, you're like, all right, that's the band. I'm going to get some drinks. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going outside to smoke a bowl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And then I come back in. Oh, that band's on now. You know what I mean? So
like we had, it's very true because, well, we actually went to a concert recently. A band that we definitely are inspired by too, and they're fucking awesome. It's Gojira.
Love that band,
dude. They're so
we saw them live like maybe like a month ago, maybe not a couple weeks ago, and we were fucking. I mean, we were huge fans already, but like we were fucking glued to our spot all the way fucking through. It's like
hell yeah.
We just were just like these guys. The tone,
overseas shit is fucking pretty nasty.
French, those guys are awesome. Like from France, and like just like yeah, we just get inspired by. That's another band that's like they're fucking nominated for a Grammy this year. I'm so awesome to see that.
Yeah, it is awesome.
And honestly, not that it really matters, but I feel like that latest album is a fucking masterpiece in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna say that they're probably one of the most original bands since like Mr. Bungle. You know what I mean? Where it was like it's so weird and so different. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like when it's like so noticeable because it's so much in a sea of like a lot of the same shit. And like, you know, everybody's trying to do the breakdowns and the fucking, I don't know, all this metalcore, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like there's so many bands that are like so saturated, like
absolutely, dude.
And those guys, obviously they've been around for a while. They've been progressing and like, you know, getting better and better every album, and then they create something like that. And like you said, it's so different, but yet so fucking groovy and so fucking heavy at the same time. And it's like, I mean, that's
even their more mellow riffs are like badass. To have a way of catching you where you're like, fuck, this is so dope. And then all of a sudden they go into some monster riff and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, their tone is unbelievable too.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, it's probably one of the best bands.
Have you ever seen them live?
I haven't. No, dude, I've never had the chance. Up to
go see them. You'll blow your nuts right off.
I'm kind of attached to my nuts, and I don't really want to get them blown off. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, dude. Once you hear this, your nuts are gonna just explode.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can be like, "Hi." He told me.
I mean, we
he said what happened.
What happened? Right? There they are. My nuts. They're just gone.
It's one of those bands, man. Like we get inspiration from like obviously like we want to do like even like with stuff like that. Like what do we achieve for it to like sound live down to the tone and stuff, like different things. Like that band was just like I said, awesome. Probably my favorite band. Like that's like you said, like that's really like tearing it up right now. And they've been doing this for years too. But right now they're on fire right now.
Well, that's what even like started to inspire us with getting really more deep into the production side of music.
Yeah, exactly. That was a band that really like when we created when we started writing The Light, and we worked in like 2 different studios. We were doing all the instrumentals in like one side of the state. We're traveling to another state to do vocals, and we were like, you know, doing all these different things. And it's like we were so much more involved with this one than we were with our past releases. And obviously, it definitely came across the way we envisioned in our head. We have like a specific tone, a specific sound that we want to do that we hadn't done before. And it's like, you know, if, you know, you can work with engineers and producers and, you know, you can pay all this money or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're just letting somebody kind of do everything for you, you're getting their rendition. They're their vision of what you're trying to do. And I feel like, well, if we allow that to happen, that's on us. That's not necessarily on them. So like, how do we get the sound and like the vibe and like the whole feel of what we're trying to go? It's, you know, become more involved in it, become more of a voice, and become like fucking anal motherfuckers, I guess.
That's actually so true. I find that it's that way in all facets of art. I think that, like, I've always believed, right? Because I grew up and I was in bands and, you know, drawing and every kind of genre of art you could think of. I've probably been involved in one style or another, even graffiti. I didn't care. But, you know, I look at it in the way that I don't feel art is something anybody should teach you. I feel it's like something you should explore and kind of find your own way. That's how you find your own unique originality to it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So like what you're saying, like, you don't want to rely on somebody else to give you their vision of what you should do or what you're, you know what I'm saying? You want it to be entirely yours, so that at the end of the day, like when you're up there on the stage and you're fucking performing the shit out of it, it's everything you wanted it to be, and you're nailing it because it's yours. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've seen countless bands where the album sounds one way, and then you go and see them live, and it's entirely different show, and you're like, what the fuck happened? The tone's not the same. Yeah, it's just a whole weird.
See, that's another thing too is we, even as far as like like all the sample work, we worked on it. We did it in the studio. Like, we didn't have someone just go and do it. Like, we went in, we were heavily involved with all our sample stuff. Like, every single thing that we did on that album, we were like heavily involved and obsessed with it. So like, even when we go and play out live, we bring all that out live as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's things, obviously, like, it's like, let's shoot for the fucking moon, but there's obviously certain things that you can't do. But if we can't fucking do something like that live, it's like, let's not try to do too much. Yeah. Let's not try to you know, shoot too far. That when, like you said, and when people see us live, it, like you said, like, you've seen bands that, you know, sound this way and then you see that way. It's like, well, dude, there's a lot of fucking.
Well, it becomes to a point where it's overly processed.
There's a lot of studio magic.
Hell yeah.
And we produce our stuff too. Like, as far as like, we're very involved with like the pre-production for our stuff. We have like home studios. I have one here. He has one at his house. Like, we have like different our little hubs, I guess, if you will. And we're always working on like what we can do, like prepare ourselves to go into the studio so that obviously time is money. We're trying to do things in a, you know, you always have a deadline, or the deadlines that you want to get things done, and it doesn't really work that way, because like you said, art is something that is coming out. It's not forced. We're not saying, hey, I have a date to fucking record these, like, this song or these vocals or whatever. Let's just fucking bang it out. If it doesn't get done in that day, then it doesn't get done that day. You know what I mean?
I find too. Yeah, no, absolutely. I know exactly what you're saying. By the way, Fear, fall asleep or something?
What's that?
Is Fear there? Would you fall asleep?
He's jerking off.
I'm just touching myself a little bit.
Now he has to stop.
Can't help him, man. He's a pretty dude on that screen right now.
All right, carry on. At least give us the moans and stuff so we can play along at home. And what's going on?
I can't help it. My sex screams are like, "Oh, baby." Is that a Pat's hat?
Yep, that's what he wearing.
Oh, razor like that.
Fuck the Patriots. No, just kidding.
From New England, dude. What the fuck do you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I thought you guys would be like, Oakland fans.
I don't understand why you guys aren't totally into Oakland. Oakland is the shit. I mean,
fuck Oakland. But you know what? Like, I actually wanted to see how far they got.
Yeah, but at the end, how hard did you laugh when Carr got hurt? Don't lie.
I did.
Yeah, we all giggled our ass off.
Of course, dude. Of course. I mean,
it's hilarious.
There was sorry. I know this is off topic a little bit, but there were so many Raider fans so I'm a Packers fan. Don't hold it against me. But
no, Rodgers is the man, dude. I'm not like that.
I can't wait for that game.
Rodgers is
dude. No shit. So
we'll see you on the fucking.
That's true. I'm hoping, man. That'd be a fucking. Although that means me and my producer would have to fight. It'd be fucked up. But
so tell me real quick. Tell me the teams. So you're a Packers fan.
Yeah, I'm a Packers fan. Ray doesn't
I'm not
know
a
what football
sports
is.
guy at all. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care. I don't watch. I just, like I said, when you showed your hat, I was like, yeah, fuck the Patriots. But I don't know anything about the Patriots. So for me, it's whatever. I just said that for Razor.
Now, hold on. Now, you were going for the Lions this year.
Who? Oh, yeah. That was stupid. Dude. I was just fucking around.
Destroyed.
No, all right. There's a weird story behind that.
Embarrassing.
On my podcast, right? My co-host.
Cover.
Well, you know what? You're right. Solid point. Fuck the Lions. No, I agree. I'm not a sports fan, so I don't care who wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who's in the Super Bowl now, or has it not happened yet? I don't even know.
No.
Okay, good.
Playoffs.
Well, go Packer Patriots.
There you go. But it was funny because Ray is totally not a football guy. So at the beginning of the season, he's like, well, who's kind of in that area that I can go for? And we're like, fuck it, go for the Lions if you want to.
Like, will that get me laid?
So then this every time the Lions won, he was throwing out hashtags raw and all this fucking shit.
Oh, yeah, roar.
That's awesome.
That's great.
I was on Twitter, like, what the fuck's the quarterback's name? I don't know. I use it. Stafford, yeah. So I was putting out whatever team they played got a staph infection, and then hashtag roar and hashtag this is our year 2017 or whatever.
He was all over it.
That's fucking awesome.
You know what? That's
people were losing their shit. Dude, you know what you're talking about. They suck. What is wrong with you?
I love that just because you got them to fucking react that way, and that's fucking great. Total troll.
Oh, fuck. We died every time they played. It was so funny.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that's how that works.
Yeah. Sorry.
I forgot what the fuck we were talking about, to be honest. I was going to go back to it, too.
We're talking about music, man. We're talking
music.
about how a lot of the new stuff just doesn't have that real soul.
Oh, you know what it was? I know what I was going to go back to. The reason why I don't like most newer bands, right, is exactly what you guys were saying earlier. It's too overproduced. It's too polished. It's not raw at all. Like when, I don't know, the first concert I ever saw was MOD, right? With Biohazard and, oh shit, I forget the third band, but Biohazard killed that night. Holy shit. But Biohazard's album was on the Urban Discipline tour. It was fucking epic. It was a small club. They destroyed that place. It was brutal. And I remember I was like 15 at the time. And I remember like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? I didn't even know what metal was. Somebody was like, hey, you want to go? I was like, yeah, I want to go. That sounds good. And then I got there and I was like, Overkill. That's who the other band was. It was Overkill, Biohazard, and MOD. And MOD to this day is still one of my favorites. So
that's awesome. So
man. They all are actually. So go for
that shit definitely leaves a fucking impression on you when you first experience it.
Yeah, dude. I saw dudes walk out of the pit, fucking faces all bloodied, diving off the stage. I mean, just full fights, like riots. And then they're like hugging afterwards. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't want to go there.
It's like the Pantera show that we went to back in the day.
Oh yeah, the Songus. That shit was sick.
Like, was it Soulfly opened up for them, I believe? Yeah, and you were down in the pits, fucking shit up.
The floor was ridiculous. I was like 15 years old, and it was nuts.
Santana comes just setting up, and the mood fucking changes. Like the whole entire fucking thing was like
the first time I saw Pantera was in Manhattan in Roseland Ballroom. Awesome. And it was just before the Vulgar Display of Power album dropped. So they were like at the end of the tour cycle for Cowboys from Hell, and they were playing some of the new stuff. Great. They had some intro song. I couldn't even tell you what it was, but it was just playing through the PA, and the pits were going apeshit because they knew they were coming on. So I wasn't ready for it. I loved Pantera. I was like, this is going to be great. I love Pantera. I love it. It's awesome. I was totally clueless. All of a sudden, the mood's changing. I'm kind of standing off to the side like, I'm going to have a good time. This is awesome. I was drunk as fuck, by the way, and that's probably how I talked. And then all of a sudden, fucking lights drop. They come out, and it was fucking brutal for about an hour and 20 minutes straight. It was you couldn't go anywhere and not be in a pit. It was that crazy.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, I was defending myself against the wall, like, yo, help! I just want to watch a show.
Oh yeah,
it was good though. It was dope,
and it was like it's like that's basically what we were saying. Like the fucking mood changes, and it's like, damn, dude, like some shit's about to go down, and that's how it was because we were a lot younger, and we were just like, dude, this is crazy. Like,
hell yeah.
We might need to get the fuck out of this fucking area real quick. Just enjoy ourselves over here. But it was definitely like inspirational as fuck, I guess. So
I don't think any singer, you know, there's a lot to be said about Phil Anselmo. He's a fucking mess these days. But, you know, back then, he commanded the fuck out of that fucking stage. Like, he went out there and dominated that shit. And people were like, he was the shit. Yeah. Now he's just burnt out from years of drug use and crazy. And now he's just crazy. I mean, that's just what it is. Shit, but he's still the man.
He definitely he was amazing. Yeah, he was awesome. Fucking, what's that old school clip that we always watch on YouTube? Is that the one in was it like Germany or Russia or some shit with all the fucking the black and white one? They play Domination.
Shit,
that's Domination.
Yeah,
that was Domination. That video is sick. So
ridiculous.
I love that. But that's raw right there. It's like fucking raw power. That shit was just straight up like in your face, man. There's no bullshit behind that. That's why like I respect that so much. And like I said, we love those bands. We're inspired by that. Like even though like we're a lot younger, we've definitely been inspired by bands like that. And that I guess that attitude, I guess, you know what I mean? I just think things are different. But you got to bring that shit back, man.
I think.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Fear.
Well, I was just gonna say, well, that's what I kind of like about your sound is it's got that mix. Like, I loved nu metal, but now I don't even know what the fuck it is now that's out there. It doesn't have that sort of fucking, I guess, the rawness that we're talking about. Like, you need something that's got thrash, but then like I love a good breakdown, but I want to mix all of it. And I feel like the artists that are out now, a lot of them are missing out on the fact that you can bridge the old and the new and create something new that'll give guys like Ray that sort of inspiration from the old days, but then guys who like the new shit like me, that I can feel both sides of it. And then it works, where a lot of people will just be like, well, let's just fucking throw a breakdown in here. It'll work. And then let's just fucking do one of these. And then I'll look into the camera all fucking goofy like. And I'm just like, oh, fuck you.
But isn't it just, that's just it, right? A lot of bands are going with what's hot in the moment. So, you know, like metalcore, take for example, right? I typically fucking hate metalcore because every band sounds almost identical. It's all the same shit. Now, that's my opinion. I know people love that shit and God bless you. That's whatever. However, like, it's like once that style started to take off, there's like 10 billion metalcore bands. How the fuck can you keep up with that? That's insane.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like that's the one thing that we kind of talk about a little bit is the internet and how it's changed the face of music.
What bands are you currently listening to right now?
You talking to me or him?
Him.
Oh, go ahead.
A little bit of everything. How it kind of started, how he brought up metalcore. Like I remember like Kill Switch and shit came out, and then I was like, okay, this is fucking awesome. And then all of a sudden there was 45 bands that sounded like them. So I was like, oh shit. So
but
they're everywhere.
But that's what we're talking about. Like that's the same thing. Like we say that too. Like there's obviously like going to be like a handful of bands that like are pretty dope, or like pretty awesome, like in that genre or in any fucking genre. You're going to pick stuff out that you like, all right, I can dig that. I like that song's cool, whatever. But like you said, I mentioned this earlier. It's like that. It's so fucking saturated, dude. Like there's all these fucking like we always talk about this. Like it's a sea of fucking red balloons, man. We want to be that fucking blue one. Like we want to be with the less. Like I don't want to be compared to like you said. Like a lot of that metalcore stuff is cool, but how many fucking like riffs have we just fucking heard like just regurgitated and fucking just done over and over again, you know what I mean? Like, and like I said, wrong. Like I like that shit myself. Like I'll listen to some stuff, but like you said, there's so many fucking bands. I'm like, how can you keep up with all of them?
Well, and that's just it. And so you try to pick like the cream of the crop. And then I found like the heavier, like the more deathcore stuff came out. So like Suicide Silence and shit. So I got heavier into that. And then holy fuck, there's 45 of them fuckers too.
Yeah. We actually met the guys from Suicide Silence and one of the festivals we played.
Yeah, those guys are cool dudes.
Upper Festival, I believe. And those guys were always cool. Like I love their sound. Like you said, that got heavier, and that was more like a straight up like very like guttural, like in your face. And like you said, after that,
a bunch of them
came out. So it's like it's cool, but like you said, like I don't know. Besides, I think what ruins that in a sense that like kind of I think you guys mentioned it earlier was more of like I think bands and a lot of like musicians and like artists nowadays are like afraid to bridge the gaps, like you were saying, of like you can do a little bit of both and or try to find something for everyone. I mean, we never had that like mentality that like, all right, this is what we're doing, like we're trying to please everybody. I guess we just did what we did because we were inspired by like both sides, like you said, like we were inspired by the old stuff and we still are, and we love all that, and we love some of the modern stuff. And I believe that everything, a good balance of everything is always good, I believe, but it's stuff that we like as musicians and as fans ourselves. So when we create our art, that stuff and that's those, vibes and styles are going to come out just naturally without really, I guess, trying to like fabricate it in our minds. When we write, we fucking write. It comes out, we start putting things together. And that's the thing that we've always said about ourselves is that we're definitely sticking to that, I guess we want just the realness of everything, just what it should be. Like it has to have soul, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and it's good because you've got a lot of different elements, but you're not spreading yourself too thin. Like there's some bands out there that I listen to that like, some people like, some people don't, like Abandon All Ships, the Browning, like stuff that's got like that kind of dance core, but then like all of a sudden it's singing and piano, and then it's back to a breakdown, and then you're like, holy fuck, am I having a seizure? I don't know. Like pick a goddamn genre and let's do this. But
yeah, exactly. It's an identity crisis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It works because you kind of got a little bit of everything in it, and you got hints of this, hints of that. And I mean, I think that's what like people say shit all the time about like, oh, it sounds like this guy or it sounds like that guy. And you're like, well, yeah, but it sounds like that, but it ain't that. Like you got to have those elements. That's how you got to have little pieces of the recipe to make a cookie. That's just the way it goes.
Of course.
I don't know. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but I don't know. When I was listening to your guys' To the Light, okay. Yeah. When I was listening to that EP and I'm going through, that's one of the first things I always try to do is like pick it apart. Like, okay, where are their influences? You know what I'm saying? Like, where can I categorize this? And that was one of the things I had the hardest time with. I couldn't really put it next to another band and be like, yep, that's Kill Switch, or that's this, or that's, you know what I'm saying? Like it seems to have its own unique identity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's entirely original where it's nothing else in the world like it, but it's not like anything else, which I think is awesome. That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, dude, and that's awesome to hear, because like I said, like it's basically what we base ourselves off as far as like how I mentioned earlier. We're not reinventing the fucking wheel. Obviously, we know that, but like we're just trying to bring something that's unique in itself, but it's still fucking badass, and it has the elements of the things that people like and that we like as fans too. Because at the end of the day, like this could be a business, this could be like, people do it for different reasons or whatever, but we do it for it all. And the most important thing for us is that like you said, we're going to be performing these fucking songs, and we're going to be doing it, being all about it and being behind it. So it has to come from like a real place.
So are you guys saying that like you actually want to make money? Is that one of your motivations in being a band? Because that seems crazy.
Yeah, no, it is fucking crazy. We know all about that. So there's no fucking money in that shit. So
unless you hit it super big, if you become like a Five Finger, which is not a band I'm a big fan of, but
I'm not really a big fan of it, but I like to be in their position with my shit.
Fuck yeah. Who wouldn't? They're fucking doing stadiums, man. I respect the shit out of what they did.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's actually a common argument that a lot of us have in the like band musical world.
Yeah, we
always bring them up as an example. Yeah. Like, dude, you might not like them, but you gotta kind of respect that they fucking did it.
You have your
like, what the fuck?
You have your fucking like the metal elitists, and you have like the they're playing fucking 9-string guitars. And I have a lot of friends of mine that are in awesome fucking bands that do all that shit. and they still fucking respect what the fuck we do, because even though like, you know, so one of the things that we always kind of like, not dealt with, it wasn't a bad thing, it was a good, it was like we could play these fucking all metal shows with fucking crazy fucking bands, hardcore bands. They're all fucking heavy. No one's singing any cleans, doing anything like that. I'm the only fucking asshole up there fucking is going to be doing that. But some bands would be like, oh, dude, we're going to be so out of place. And like, you know, think of it that way one way or another. But when we fucking played those shows, it was like, all right, dude, we're going to do what we do. Here we go.
I think that's the way to be, though. You have to be inclusive, right? So you got to bring in, you don't want 5 bands that sound identical on the same bill. That's boring as fuck. You know what I mean? It's like one after the next after the next. And I've seen that a million times. You know, you get guys. Yeah.
There was a lot of shows that were fucking booked like that. And that was the theme. Like, oh, it has to be this way or all this way. But when we would jump on those shows, we would fucking stick out like a sore thumb because we were doing a little bit of everything.
It almost seemed like, for an example, like when we played a metal show, yeah, we're like a metal band, but we'd kind of be like
we would be the softest band there.
Yeah, like the rock metal band. But then at a rock show, we would be like the
heaviest band. Exactly.
But that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because you're exposing yourself to a different crowd. You may not win the entire audience where like, you know, like you got the guys that are in the back that are straight. I want the most aggressive death metal shit. Impress me. You guys better be fucking sick.
Yeah, they just sit there with their fucking arms crossed staring at you.
Yeah, like fucking assholes. I see those guys all the time.
And we've dealt with guys like that, but that's what I'm saying. Even those guys, the fucking like the elitists, like I call them, like I have friends of mine who are just like that, who are in different bands. And even people that don't know us, so like they're not just saying we're fucking good because we're friends. But like people like other that are like just like that, we get the you know.
Yeah, they're still chill.
We get the cool. Just I'm not going to do anything more.
yeah.
But I could fuck with what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I think.
It's like you're lucky.
And you know, like when you hit that one part that's like real aggressive, like that straight. All of a sudden they start nodding a little bit, and you're like, I got you, you fuck. You know, they won't admit it, but you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good. I was going to fuck these guys up in the parking lot later, but I'm glad this went. You're lucky you got that breakdown, motherfucker.
It's so true. It's like, you know, we dealt with shit like that, and
but we have fun with it because we meet a lot of cool people like that.
Exactly. It's like, dude,
fuck yeah.
And the thing I tell them is like, motherfuckers, like you guys could be fucking 8 times, 10 times, 50 fucking times heavier than we are, or the opposite end of the spectrum, be completely fucking poppy. All this, and you're trying to fucking reach the fucking stars, but you guys are kind of like missing a few things as far as like we're not trying to just please one like specific demographic of people. We make music for fucking everybody. If you dig it, you dig it. If you don't, you don't. But that's cool. Everybody has an opinion. You don't have to like everything. Like I don't fucking like everything. You don't. Like none of us do. Like we all have our likes and dislikes.
Absolutely, man.
And that's cool. And that's a part of being a human and just like yourself. So it's weird. Our demographic, you know, we have the 18 and young kids, and we have like even fucking older people that wouldn't even listen to fucking metal, checking us out and like really like being like opening up to a whole new world of like, wow, I didn't realize that fucking like, you know, the metal side and the hard rock side and all that shit had so much to offer. I'm like, you guys are missing out. But I'm glad that we were the band to kind of make you guys like see a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what happens is people hear stories, right? They hear the crazy war stories like, dude, we were there, fucking guy broke his leg, the bone was sticking out. Dude, it was fucking sick. And then all of a sudden they get terrified to go to a show. Like anything metal is like, oh, I don't want to deal with that devil shit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean. It has like a fucking, like back in the day, fucking like a bullshit stigma. And I feel like,
there's a lot of people that like, they're like, dude, I've never would have went to a metal show, but I'll start checking out some bands. And they've checked out some bands, and a year or two later, we're friends with them, and they're freaking pulling up to our shows, rocking out some hardcore metal that you would never picture them listening to. And you're like, that's fucking awesome.
I got a good buddy a couple of years back. We went to see one of the sickest shows I've ever seen in my life. He was totally against metal. He's like, dude, I don't want to see that shit. That shit is terrible. And I'm like, dude, trust me, come to this one show. It will change your life. It was Seven Dust, Skindred, and I forgot the third band because I didn't know them that well.
He never remembers the third band.
I don't, because most times it's a local band that I've never heard of. So by the time, you know what I mean? But whatever, doesn't matter.
Fun stuff.
It's funny that you said Skindred too. I've actually been listening to Skindred.
I fucking love that band, man.
I love them, right? And I haven't like really, listened to them for a while because like they, it's kind of like fell off. But like the other day, randomly, I just got like a Skindred. I'm like, dude, I remember that fucking song. So I like looked it up. I was driving. I was listening to them. I'm like, this shit was awesome. And funny you say that because we played the Mark Show place back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Like, and Benji straight up comes up to us after our set and he's like, you guys, I love the fucking sound that you guys have. Like, and this was like early on, like we first started. And hearing that from like somebody like that, kids. I was just listening to your album, dude. You're badass. And he's saying, and we were a lot younger, so it was like obviously like that leaves an imprint. Like, all right, you're doing something. It does. Like,
you're doing something right.
Yeah, don't fuck it. Don't stray too far. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like, that's a good thing. So that was awesome. It's that you mentioned them. It kind of reminded me of that.
The crazy shit about that one show in particular, right? You had these straight up like Slayer fan, hardcore dudes that were there, just bikers, skinhead looking type guys. And they were all with that face, like, that really arms crossed, impress me bullshit.
Yeah.
These guys go up and they were like, what the fuck is reggae metal? This is awful. Then all of a sudden, about halfway through his set, the tone shifted and it became like, it's obviously like a party. That dude doesn't fuck around. He's up there full energy, doing his thing. By the end of it, everybody was going nuts. Everybody. I mean, they have something for everybody.
Absolutely. And it's like,
well, we've even heard, have you heard, what was it? Limp Bizkit played a show that they got booed to shit.
Oh yeah.
And then like literally a few songs in, everybody was going nuts for them. Like everybody.
Oh hell yeah. I've seen that.
I feel like that's so much more fucking powerful right there.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
You can turn a whole fucking room around and be like, all right, you guys hate me right now.
Yeah, boo.
If you keep it up, but then you guys switch around. Like, so they stuck with it. Say what you will, but they stuck with it. They fucking turned the crowd around and they fucking did what they had to do. I know Nickelback, those motherfuckers.
Love that band. Love them. I do.
But they got bottled at a show. They didn't fucking play. Dude, fuck that, dude. You go out there and say, listen, motherfuckers, we're not the heaviest fucking band.
Yeah.
We make fucking hits.
Stick it out and play.
All right? We get it. We make fucking money. We're fucking huge. But you know what? You motherfuckers out here, you guys pay tickets to see a fucking show. Like,
that's it.
Let's have a good fucking time and then take control of the fucking situation.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question about it.
Pussies and fucking puss out, man.
Yeah, don't go all Axl Rose and get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not playing this show.
I'm not.
You know where you are. You're not getting a refund, baby.
Yeah. Fuck your shit.
Yeah, right. You're like,
no, but I agree with you there. I mean, if people paid to see a show, if they're going to be assholes, fuck them. I mean, I get it. Come out there and say something like, look, you want us to do the show or not, but you can turn that shit around. You absolutely can. And I got to tell you, that band is fucking sick, man. They're not the heaviest band, of course, but
they're not.
They come out. I've seen them cover Domination. I've seen them cover Kill 'Em All stuff. I've seen them like heavy, aggressive songs and fucking nail it, dude. So I'm not saying they're the best band in the world and everybody should love them. I happen to like them.
But it's kind of almost like even like the metal kids will kind of say like it's like a guilty pleasure. They don't like it, but they kind of like it. It's like fuck.
I give them props. Absolutely.
That's another band.
Anybody that was friends with Pantera is good in my books.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So that's cool. It's like, there's, like I said, it's part of like a bigger picture. Like we have, you take rock, you take metal, you take all the stuff that we listen to, and obviously there's a bunch of subgenres and shit like that. So it doesn't matter. But to cover the whole entire thing, there's also a culture behind that too. It's, who we are and like what we do. There's all different kinds of music. You got, our hip hop bands, all this and that. You got like that like poppy shit and the bubblegum shit, like whatever. So it's all cool. Everybody has their things, but like we should appreciate like all the different fucking art forms. Obviously we don't have to like everything, but I wouldn't basically what I'm trying to get at is that I would never sit there and be like, all right, fuck that band, like fucking, screw them. Like, I wouldn't waste my time saying that I didn't like him. If I didn't like him, that's it. That's cool. Like, all right, I still give them props, and I still respect them for doing what they do.
Well, it still takes nuts to put your shit out there, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely, dude.
You did something.
So as an artist, I respect that same thing, that we did the same thing. They're doing the same thing. They believe in what they're putting out, obviously, or at least they should, and they're putting it out. So even if they're not good, or I don't dig them, or I don't really care for the sound or whatever, I'm never gonna be like, hey man, let's bend, fuck these guys or whatever, because it's my fucking opinion.
The perfect example of that is, I've said this on previous podcasts as well. Take somebody like Justin Bieber. I'm not a fan, obviously, but I can respect the shit out of what that dude's done. He's 20 years old. He's worth $150 million. I mean, think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking insane. And people give him a lot of shit, and they're like, well, he's crazy. He's out of control. And I'm like, wouldn't you be with $150 million in your 20? I mean, come on. Are you crazy?
We would lose our minds.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely, dude. The shit you would do.
He hasn't done anything worse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
it's not so bad.
We used to cut him up pretty hard on the show when he sort of kind of lost his mind there when he was younger, and then we look back on it, and I'm like, yeah, man, you give me $150 million, I'm just gonna walk and shit in places. Like, it's gonna be ridiculous the shit I do. Like, I'll just walk him and slap a bitch in the titties. Like, I'm I'm rich, bitch. What are you gonna do? Like,
right? Throw 10 grand at her, just smack her
like a softball right in the fucking eye. Take that.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the best lawyers, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right. Try to sue me, bitch.
I'm happy, bro.
Yeah, so it's like,
I'll send my double to court.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? The shit you would get away with just because you have the money to do it. And it wouldn't even be like, and the crazy shit too is like, people have like a barbecue in the summer. You'd be like, you know what? Let's rent out a park, get 1,000 bands, fucking make it a festival and barbecue. It's going to be dope. Yeah, why? Exactly. It's going to cost you $5 million.
Welcome to Birthday Fest, motherfucker.
Right?
Another thing too is he was rich so young. So
yeah,
you have to fucking run out of shit to do. You got to up your shit because
hell yeah,
he must have did crazy shit when he was obviously younger. So if I was
the shit you never heard about.
Well, yeah, he was 17, owned a Lamborghini, would just drive it up and down the street because fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I fucking can.
Yeah.
All right.
The crazy shit though is that, like, I remember in the media, and people give him shit like, oh, he's got to be more responsible. He needs to go to school. He needs to go to college. And I'm like, for what? The dude's already stupid rich.
That's silly at that point.
Yeah, nobody in his family ever has to go to school again.
Exactly.
They can revert back to cavemanism. Doesn't matter. He's still rich as a motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, you see Justin Bieber's kid? That motherfucker can't read or write, but rich as shit.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still living the life. It's crazy, man. But I don't know how he's got on Bieber, but still. I'm just saying, I respect what the man was able to do.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, that's what, we respect it. We don't shit on anybody, man. Just so we just do what we do. We like it. And at the same time, man, we fucking do what we do. But like, we get inspiration from a lot of things, a lot of different kinds of music.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we then just start listing bands that really fucking suck? Let's just shit on everybody right now.
Yeah.
Let me open up iTunes and we'll go A, B, C and just motherfucking shit on people.
All right.
5 a.m. We're fucking.
We just
7
hit the
hours
C's.
later.
Yeah. We just hit the C's at that point.
Yeah, exactly. What the
it's
fuck?
Crazy.
I'm glad we got here.
God.
It's time to really shit on Cat Stevens, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So what's next for you guys, by the way? So you guys are recording anything new? We got any shows coming up? We got anything to promote? What are we talking about here?
Tell them about our shows, man. We have a couple of shows coming up. We've just been taking some time off. Not time off, but we're all about fucking content. So
right now we're gonna go hard on shows, and we're gonna continue writing.
Yeah, we're literally writing the next fucking EP or full length. Honestly, we have fucking 6 songs already waiting demoed out and stuff like that. It feels like we just released this because we just did, but we're all about just material, man. We just want to just keep putting stuff out there. I feel like in this day and age with the YouTube and the way everything is, you kind of have to people want fucking content, man. People want songs. People want like we've talked to certain label execs and people that we've met about, playing the shows and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, you can give them fucking 25 songs and they'll hear all 25 and be like, hey, what's next?
Yeah,
so,
you gotta keep up with their attention.
So we're definitely promoting like the light. We've been playing shows, putting that out, and but basically it's like we're just
pretty much gearing up to go back in the studio.
Go back in, like we're just like we're lab rats, man. We're in the fucking studio the whole time, like either at home or when we go. We actually have some time actually later tonight to do some stuff that we have to do. So like after we're done this, we're like going in there balls deep, fucking recording some new stuff that we're working on. So, and I mean that's pretty much what we have as far as that. Like right now.
Yeah, we're gonna launch everything in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So everybody can keep in touch with us through Facebook and our website.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that bullshit. All the platforms that everybody's using now.
Yeah.
Just Google me, Barbara. Just fucking Google me.
Just Google that shit already.
Exactly. So it's like we have
the fucking deal.
You have to adapt, and it's funny because I always say that's like, all right, dude. I don't even have to mention this shit.
Yeah.
So you guys
right
all
now,
know
where
they're
all
on
find
this
us.
fucking thing. So it's like
you don't have to. I mean, I literally just deleted all my social media. Literally, I took everything down.
We don't have
80.
Platform to get our shit out there. So we
had over 80 some odd thousand followers, and I was like, "Yep, delete this. I'm out. I just don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm so done with it. I hate it. I literally hate it."
See, I respect that. See, and I love that. But it's like, fuck. We fucking afford to do that. Can we do that? Yeah, we can.
Probably not as a band because you want people to
exactly. As a band, it kind of that would suck for us, but I totally get it because it's like I said, it's about adapting to how like the landscape of like whether it's the music side of it or like the production side of it and what people are doing as far as like the modern tones and whatever. You have to adapt or fucking perish, man. But just don't go, keep some of those fucking true values and what you actually want to keep. What's really fucking the main ingredients to the recipe, I guess.
It's pretty much you're gonna walk to work or you're gonna get into a fucking car that someone made to keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to work that way.
Fuck it,
Well, and that's just it. Like a lot of the bands that we've talked to, it's all over the spectrum. So some of them you can tell that they're. I don't necessarily want to call new age, but I mean like they're at a point where they're on every social media. They do vlog updates. They're all over YouTube, and it's almost like this sort of new, it's like the new version of the Wild West, where it's like gunslingers are still around, but you're not gonna fucking hear about them online. But these other fucking bands, they're in your face. I mean, I could see what she was eating for what was her breakfast that morning, like. But
it's crazy.
And I'm like, who the fuck cares? And then I'm like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, this bitch had eggs. Sweet.
That's cool. So it's like, and it's so true. It's like, what the fuck? So like, yeah. So like, as much as like,
it's crazy. Like technology is a weird thing. Like it kind of hurt the industry, but then it kind of helped the industry. It's like a double-edged sword.
It kind of sucks. Yeah. Either way. But you kind of, like I said, you just have to like
pretty much adapt. That's all we can do.
Your thing.
Well, yeah, and that's we've mentioned it before. It's like it opened it up so anybody could make music, but then again, it opened up so any fucking buddy could make music.
Exactly.
Well, it goes the same thing even with you guys with the podcast. Like back in the day, they wouldn't be doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like podcast has come a long way with the social media and everything. The way everything's working and going.
Yeah, but much like music with podcasting, it's like now that it's out there, right? And everybody kind of figured it out. They're like, oh shit, we could do that too. So you've got, a bajillion fucking shows, but a lot of them are awful. They really are.
Well, another thing too, that's what I was saying, that it kind of hurts the industry too.
Exactly. It's like
shit like that happens and you're like, well, that sucks. That part sucks.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's like you love it, hate it kind of situation.
Yeah. You just have to adapt and like just kind of you figure out a way.
Yeah, our philosophy has always been like, with FYFC, has always been like, all right, let's up the game to that next level. Once we get there and we're comfortable there, let's up it again. And we're constantly trying, pushing different directions, trying, better artwork, animated artwork, stuff, fucking live streaming. I mean, you name it, we they pushed into it. And you know what I mean? So that's kind of where we're going with it, I guess. Yeah. And you don't see a lot of other podcasts doing that. I mean, the big guys are, of course, but
well, that's why they're fucking big, and that's the point. We get inspired by all that, like you said. Like that's just a natural progression. Like you're gonna get yourself there too. You're not gonna just ain't gonna just fall in your lap. Like, all right, you got the fucking recipe, you got the fucking blueprint to how things are done. No, that doesn't happen. So you have to, like you said, you have to craft it. You have to craft. You have to keep upping. You have to keep upping your game for whatever. And it's the same thing as what I was talking about before, how we're already in the studio and demoing things out for the next thing. I've told some fans, I'm like, oh, I feel like you just released this. I'm like, yeah, man, have fun with it. Do what you got to do, but we're giving you more, man. Like, oh, that's fucking insane. Like, for a while we took a lot longer to release stuff early on.
Yeah.
And that was something that we wanted to fucking improve on and be like, holy shit, I feel like we're fucking like Tool fucking takes forever, to fucking release stuff, but we can't even compare ourselves to that because when they fucking release shit, it's like fucking like masterpiece after masterpiece.
Yeah, but again, like they took that time. Now it's time to start the next thing, right? So you a full year to write whatever, 10 songs, 6 songs, then you freaking fine tune them, tighten them up, get them going. Now we're gonna record those, release that. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of bands miss that. Like they go, all right, we got this album. We're going to do hopefully a tour. If not, they're going to play a bunch of local shows. Then they're going to give themselves about 3 weeks in the studio, bang out 25 songs, and the 10 best make it. And it's not always good. You know what I mean? Some bands can do that. Most can't.
Yeah, exactly. And and you're right. Some bands can do that. Most can't. And a lot of them fall into the part like just fucking put things together and like just put it out. Like for this next release that we're doing, we're even digging deeper and like going further into what we do, understanding our style and understanding what we do and what we like to do and what we can get away with and what we can actually make happen and production wise. All these things that we've learned too, because it wasn't just being more hands on. Also taught us to be better at the home recordings and doing your own things and all this stuff. There's different aspects of doing it, being prepared when you go into the studio, because like I said, time is money. You're paying for that. It gets expensive. You can be there forever, but when you get that bill at the end of it, you're gonna be like, holy shit. But art shouldn't be rushed, or it should never feel like you're being rushed in the studio, or you're like trying to do your shit real quick because you have to pay all the stuff. So in order to get better at that and not have to deal with that is, do your own shit at home.
Yeah.
Production.
Always keep something in rotation is what we try to do. So it doesn't feel like we're rushing it, but there's always something going on. So if we're not at band practice, we're at home immediately writing and then constantly putting stuff on like the conveyor belt to go to the next spot, the next spot, the next spot. So staying busy and trying to stay ahead of the game is, has been a blast lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. It's all about staying active. Like we've talked to bands that have amazing albums, and we're like, "So you touring this?" And they're like, "Nah." I'm like, "Oh, well then what's the next step for you?" They're like, maybe we'll write another." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, we know bands like that too. Like I have some bands that I'm fans of, like even around here, like locally, and what are you guys gonna do with this? Like, yeah, I don't know, just I'm like, dude, this shit's awesome. Like, go out there and fucking see what you can do. And it's like, yeah.
I think what happens is like a lot of bands don't realize the business side of it is it's just as important as the actual art.
It's ridiculously important. We didn't fucking start off that way. Like we used to.
Nobody does.
Exactly. We jump on people's shows.
It's a big learning process, no matter what musician you are.
Exactly. It took a while for us to get our own shows going and learn the business side of it, learn the, renting out the halls and doing all these things and seeing that.
Absolutely, dude.
What happens here and what you get there and what cut you have to do. It's like once we started doing that, then we started like figuring out how things were. We've gotten fucked over before. We've gotten fucking shortchanged. We've done all this shit, and we've been through all bullshit, man. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. Every band has though.
Hey man, we didn't make enough at the fucking door. Like I was like, oh, cool. Like at first you can't do shit because who the fuck are you?
Yeah, you got no slack, so.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to
I'm gonna break something.
You're like,
you see this bottle?
So you're like, all right, cool, man. Like, all right, whatever. We'll take it. You know, it is what it is. And then like, you know, but like I said, you're only gonna progress and level up and keep, you know, going further and further and further the more you work. If you're stagnant and you're lazy and you're not really trying to really do anything with it, then I guess you're just doing it for whatever. But when we do it, obviously we do it for the love of the art and the music first, because why else would we fucking putting up with this? We don't make money off
Oh, absolutely.
You guys know that.
And that's the thing, right? So like you don't make a lot of money, obviously, in the beginning. You have to be a national touring act, right? And the way the industry is working these days, where people can buy on tours and buy a leg and then buy the next leg, shit is expensive as fuck. You're not making any money there either. So unless you're a fucking headlining act moving units, you know, and merch, you're kind of fucked. So you have to get to that level. And to get to that level, you can't be fucking lazy at all. You got to be smart and you got to hustle, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot of hustling for sure. It's definitely a lot of work.
It is. And like I said, the only reason why you choose something like that, or you're going to put yourself through that, is because you truly fucking love it. And like I said, like we started doing this for the love of the art and music, and like, you know, playing live and like doing, you know, making stuff for people and see how people fucking dug it and felt about it. That's the best feeling in the world for us, or like I'm sure for like any artist or any band, when people actually like their stuff and like they hear those things, it kind of makes it all worth it at the end. But we also learned the fucking business side of it, like you said, and like what it takes and like what you have to do to actually even have a shot at fucking making it or doing anything really with your music. Otherwise it's just.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. It's like when I do family stuff and I'm sitting like my uncles and all that shit, they're like, dude, like why do you like, so you sit in a van and you like drive 5 hours and you like that? And I'm like, dude, it's the passion, man. You gotta fucking love it, dude, to deal with that
35
shit.
minutes or fucking hour set.
Yeah,
makes it all worth it.
Yeah, and he's looking at me like,
I don't get it. But
damn.
You have to experience that yourself. When you can move.
My favorite back in the day was when like bands of mine would release a demo or something. They're like, dude, you guys should like tour with like Metallica or something. Like, why don't you guys just do that? Yeah,
that's the best, dude.
And I'm like,
easy, man.
Say, have you gone down, smoked yourself, retired? What the fuck are you talking about?
I would always ask him like, yeah, because I could just do that. Like I could just make a phone call.
Let me phone up Metallica, see what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
What's up, Lars?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Hey, asshole.
Yeah. Get on that. Thank God. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right. Like, why don't you guys have me on the tour?
Why would I want to do that? Fuck that noise. I heard to play this shit.
Yo, my friend Brent said that you would love my demo, so we should probably get some shit together. And
it's like, you know why, man? It's because this makes you a humble musician. You play the shithole places.
Yeah.
You got to do this first before I turn around and call Metallica and stop playing with them.
Some of my favorite memories, though, or some of the best shows I've ever seen, have been in the shithole places. You know, like when you go to these stadium shows, they're great and all, but it's not the same as like when you're in a small club, like a 500 cap room, some killer fucking band up there just fucking murdering, and you're like, what the fuck?
Dude, the first time we saw Gojira, we saw him at a small ass fucking place, exactly. Dude. And oh my God, it sounded fucking sick. It was like literally like 1,500 people. It was a really small venue.
Small, maybe less than that. It was like Gojira at a local show.
Yeah, with real small. Sound. And then they brought their whole rig in, and it sounded ridiculous.
Shit.
It was very. Dude, it was the first time we ever saw him live, and it was like, wow.
It's a small room.
I'm like, we have to fucking step up our game, man.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Fucking, if you know, bands like these guys are around, that's an inspiration.
Yeah, well, in all fairness, though, they probably have $100,000 worth of equipment sitting on that stage. Yeah. So for you to hit that level,
that is true. And we also understand that aspect of it too. That's the sound and actually having like the appropriate sound engineer like working with people.
Yeah, guitar techs, roadies, the whole setup. You know.
So we totally get it. But one thing that I do know about those guys is that like we kind of adapted the same mentality when we wrote Light, started, really being involved with the production side of it, is that those guys are fucking absolutely out of their fucking mind, fucking anal about everything that they fucking do. When it comes to their tone, when it comes to how they sound in the studio, they're very much involved. They're not yes men. They're not one of those yes men band that just say, yeah, whatever. Like, the producer's gonna make it sound cool and we're gonna play that. No, they're very involved with what they do and with their art, and very I watch some of the documentaries and stuff they have out, and I'm like, these guys are in exactly how I want to be when I'm creating, music. And
I think though, in that vein, what happens is people, like a band, take your band for example, a record label comes along, they start throwing numbers at you. We're going to put you on tour with this band. They're going to give you all these different things. Just play the game, kid. All you have to do is sign on the line here. We're good to go. They don't read the contract. They don't know shit about it. So by the time they hit the studio, like you said, they're kind of almost scared to say, hey, listen, this is not us. This is not my sound. It needs to be more this, more that, more, you know what I mean? Because time is money and they know they have to recoup that. You know what I mean? So,
and it makes sense, but I feel like you have to have some balls, like bands like that, bands like Tool, bands like, I can name a bunch like that actually did that. They took more, I guess, less money up front, or like different things as far as like the contract goes, to have more of a creative control. And I know for a fact that we would be one of those bands. Even doing it now, we always said, even talking to singles and different things that like we dealt with before, that's what we want to do. Bands like Periphery, bands like, True, they have awesome sound. They have a style. It works. They're successful in their sense, but they told the label, all right, let me do this.
But that's what defines the band, right? Like, so exactly. You can hear a Tool song, no matter where you are in the world, you'll always know that's Tool just by the sound alone, because they have that unique, distinct sound. The same thing with Metallica, the same thing with Gojira, the same thing with, all these other bands where you immediately, as soon as you hear, you're like, oh, I never heard this one. What's this? It's got to be them. And all of a sudden you find, you're like, fuck, it is.
Because they were able to keep their sound and able to keep that creative control throughout those years. That's the biggest thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't see that a lot, because like you said, a lot of bands, like, they get excited. They like, oh, wow, all right. The game, while playing the game, trying to bring them, and you have to just have faith that we're going to fucking make it big. So fuck it, whatever. It's like, with labels go, it's so much more nowadays where you don't need them as much. Obviously, they have the resources, they have the stuff, but like you said, there's so many people that can record at home.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do all these things, and like I feel like now,
do like distribution deals.
Back in the day, like the labels were helping bands actually develop, and like artist development programs and different things to actually define somebody. All right, you have something that's kind of rough. We're gonna try to make it something. So like I feel like nowadays you have the technology at a much cheaper cost, I guess, to have home studios and have the technology to plugins and all these other fucking things. So like actually create a pretty badass sound at home to actually already have an identity before you even get like it heard or like looked at by a label. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's, in that sense, it definitely helps. But I feel like more so because of how the industry is nowadays, and like, the requirements and how much you're competing with like everybody else being able to do that, you should be really involved in what you do and like really try to create a identity, your art or your music or whatever you're doing. That's pretty much how I see it.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, fuck, I definitely agree. That's exactly what I think you guys need to do. I think you guys are on the right track. I definitely look forward to seeing what you guys come up with next.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely keep in touch. Send you guys some new tunes as soon as we get them going.
We're definitely, it's definitely, all I can tell you about like what we're doing right now is that it's definitely fucking Thurkills for sure. But it's going to have, even more elements, that fucking, we're never afraid to like do something that we're definitely pushing ourselves in this one too, even further than we've done before. So
that sounds like a Skid Row ballad, baby.
Yeah.
Skid Row. 18.
Yeah, so good. But we just do what we do, man. And it's cool that like you guys take your time to like have us on And
man, thank you. It's been great. I actually had a lot of fun, man. I wasn't sure what to expect with all the emails going back and forth today. I was like, I'm not sure if this is going to be good. Are they mystical? Like, hey, our art, you really can't get it because like you're not there. You need to be like in me to understand me, and like you're not. So I was like, I didn't know where we were gonna go. I was like, this is gonna suck. Fuck me.
Yeah, dude.
And then we came up here. No more. I don't even. And also have to cook dinner.
At the same time, though, with us doing a lot of podcasts and music, you definitely sometimes run into some like interesting situations.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had a few. We've had a few where
so when we do the emailing, awesome. That's like to fill you guys out to make sure this ain't some fucking 15-year-old kid in a room that just wants to fucking.
Hey, you guys are really cool.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I just want to ask some quick questions here, Thurkill. I need to know.
Absolutely, dude.
How many strings are on your guitar?
What tunings do you guys use?
Do you mind,
Meatloaf! Do you guys talk to girls? Imagine that shit.
Yeah, when it comes to that shit, dude, that's how we pretty much feel people out.
But you guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys are cool cats, dude.
We will definitely do it again, and we have even more to fucking release. We can like do something badass. So definitely,
amen, brother.
That's awesome, man. Well, you've definitely got a couple of fans in us, and we'll pump you guys any way we can. When this drops, I'll let you know. We'll tag you in everything. Before we let you go, can you just maybe tell them another quick time where they can find you, and then we'll let this release.
Absolutely. So definitely check us out at thurkillsvision.com. Check us out on our Thurkills Vision Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reverb Nation, iTunes, obviously. We're on a lot of the platforms, so definitely spread the word, and much love to anybody who's definitely us. And even if you don't, okay, man, you still took the time to listen and check us out. So that's all we can ask for, honestly.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Google that shit.
Google that shit.
Fucking
Google that shit, bitch. You know who I am? You know who I be? Come on now.
Thurkills Visio.
Thurkills. Astroglide Vision. That's who we be.
I know them niggas.
I can't wait to see what Thurkill does up next. It's gonna be so good.
All right, boys. Thanks a lot. It's been great. We're going to we'll bookend this with a couple of your tunes just so everybody gets a good feel. Because honestly, you guys are great, and I can't get enough of you. I can't put it out there. So we'll play some shit. We'll play it out, and we'll have you guys back on as soon as you drop some other shit.
Yeah, awesome. Absolutely, man. Thanks, man. We appreciate the support, brother.
Keep it rock.
Thanks, boys.
Later.
Seasons, a figure inbound. My head is perched on the clouds. conceal it, but I have to reveal it. There were things that I had never said I don't. My face inside is cold, I don't want to conceal it, but I have to reveal it.
Hey guys, it's Fear from FYFC Studios. I really hope you're enjoying Talk Life, FEARCast, or A&Way. Plus, there's always lots of entertainment over on our website. Because I'm a cannabis advocate and often forget things, I wanted to make a little bumper to get you fine folks to head over to nftfyb.com. No fucking time for your bullshit. That's how we do. Again, that's www.nftfyb.com. Feel free to reach out on any social media. We're always looking for cool people to talk to, get somebody else's opinion on something, crazy stories you see in the news that you'd love to see us react to. Look, we'll probably never be consistent, but we'll always be entertaining. Thank you for listening. One last time, nftfyb.com.